G'day guys, getting started. I'm just giving you a very quick flick through of the Paper Rose Studio beautiful new collection, and it is called Embroidery. I have already fussy cut a couple of the sheets, and I did just notice that one and realise that I probably should have done that one too. But that's okay, it's alright. I did most of the florals because that's what I pretty much wanted to do. And this is me just having a play. This is me thinking. So I'm just sort of having a look. Do I want to put the photos straight across? Obviously, I don't leave them like that because my daughter's looking straight off the page and that drives me nuts. So I'm just trimming down the photos. So I've had a few people ask me what photo paper I use. Now, I have an Epson printer. It's a Epson photo printer. And I use the Epson, I've got a brand new pack in front of me, and I get it from Amazon. It is Amazon AU, I should say. Okay, so it is called Epson Exceed Your Vision Archival Matte Paper. So it prints them out. Look, I don't mind a gloss photo, but when you're videoing and for YouTube, it's horrible because everything reflects. As you can see, just my trimmer there, the reflection, it's annoying. So that's why I use matte paper more than, for any other reason really. So now I'm just having a quick play. I've trimmed the sides down. I'm using, here we go. Now I've had a little bit I had to turn it off because I had phone calls coming in and it would have just kept playing while I was fiddling. So this was an hour later. I came back and I continued. I absolutely love the texture in this collection. I know that sounds crazy, but it's got a lot of linen and wool crochet, that sort of real textured sort of look. So once I sort of had a little bit of a play, I've left this in because I've had a few people ask me how I choose what goes on a layout. Now, to be honest with you, when I was fussy cutting these out, I was really drawn to the magenta. I'd probably call them magenta flowers. But as soon as I put these down on here, I actually was more drawn to the brown flowers. I don't even know what you call them, but they're pretty, whatever they are. I'm confident someone would be able to tell me that these are an Australian floral something. But yeah, I don't know what they are. I'm not that big. I love flowers, but I'm not big on remembering what each one is. Except for petunias, because my youngest daughter is a petunia crazed lunatic. She loves petunias. Every spring we have to go to the nursery and we have to buy petunias and put them in. I had a barrel out the front of my house, a half a wine barrel. And I'm just going to waffle while I go around and add a bit of gathered twigs to the edge of all these flowers. I don't do that all the time, but I wanted this to be a really simple layout. I wanted it to be about the flowers and about the textures on the paper and the photos. I didn't want it to be all mixed media and all that sort of thing. I wasn't in a very mixed media mood today. Although I did, if you saw my last Power Scrap video, it was, there was quite a bit of distress ink in the back of that, distress oxide on the background, but that's all right. So what was I talking about? So the flowers. So I am going around. Now, if you're like me and you like to ink around things, but you cut out a flower, see how I'm sort of folding it? I'm not creasing it. I'm just folding it. And it sort of creates a V. And that allows you to use the finger dobber to just gently touch it. And it gets all the way into the fussy cut flower. I thought everyone knew that, but I'm very quickly learning that just because I know it doesn't mean everyone else knows it. So I might say things that you might go, duh, doesn't everyone do that? I've been doing the same thing. I've been scrapping for so long that I think it's just second nature to me. But I've had other people look at my pages and go, I would never have thought to do that. So I have a new theory for my channel. It is no question is stupid. I actually run with that in my everyday life, believe it or not. I'm always the one, if you're in a group setting and it's put your hand up, ask us a question, I'm the one that will ask the dumb, obvious question. And I can almost guarantee you every single time there's at least a third of the room will go, oh God, I was thinking that, but I wasn't going to say it. That's me. That's who I am in a nutshell. So I will forever tell you the things that I think are second nature or whatever. I'm just flicking through my tags to find a color that I think. Now, I went with bundled sage, and I actually stopped myself because I did a little bit of color on. I totally thought it matched these leaves perfectly, and as soon as I did it, I regretted it. So then I thought, oh, I've already done one, I better do the other one. So, but yeah, it looks all right there actually, but in the close-ups, when my phone allows me to take photos again, my phone is having some sort of brain snap at me at the moment. And given that my husband deals with this on a daily basis, because that's his job, he did warn me. He said to me, if you let your phone, if you don't back up your photos, and if you don't, trust me, your phone will lock up and you will have to restart it back to factory settings and you'll lose everything. He backs my phone up for me. I am extremely spoiled. But it is this, look, it is what they say. If you marry a mechanic, you'll always have issues with your car because you'll never want to fix it on the weekend. Marry a plumber, he'll never unclog your toilet. Well, it kind of goes the same way for someone that's married to a tech guy, because my husband's a computer technician and he only fixes Apple products and iMacs, etc. And I can tell you now, I am extremely lucky, but if that man sees my phone get as full as it is at the moment and it hasn't been backed up, he has zero sympathy for me because he knows that he's told me so many times over the last 16, 17 years, he's been telling me, just it takes 5 seconds, Karen. Plug it in. Just plug it in. It's not hard. So, mind you, I've now restarted my phone. So let's see. I'm trying to actually take a photo and put it on our Facebook group to show you this new gadget that I bought, because I'm trying to get myself to the point where I think I might be able to do some live scrapbooking. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready yet, but I'm getting, over the next couple of months, I'm getting some bits and pieces together to make sure that it can run seamlessly and smoothly. And I'm trying to show you my latest purchase for my laptop, and I was extremely impressed, and it turned up today, and I think I've done really well, and I want to show you guys, because you never know, you might actually want it too. I will endeavour to get a photo of it up, and I will have it up on our Facebook group. If you do not know about the Facebook group, go to the description below and click on it, and you can jump straight into our Facebook group. You can post photos of your own. You can go there just for inspiration, just to have a look and see, maybe get ideas from different pages, meet other people. It's obviously an Aussie channel, so there's a fair, most of us are Aussies on there. But that being said, I know that there's some from the US and there's one from Canada in there, and I know there's one from the UK as well, which is super exciting. Sorry, I'm so dehydrated. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'm trying to drink while I do this, but I really want to get this video done so it's up for you guys in the morning. All I'm doing is tucking in leaves and little floral flourishes all around. That all I wanted to do was just put all these beautiful flowers in and around these photos. That's all I wanted to do with this page. And sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes super simple and it's perfect. I did stop at the very end and I thought I probably should have run before I attached the 4 squares background to the white background. I probably should have run some of the gathered twigs around the edge of it, but we live and we learn, and let my mistake be mine, and now you won't make it with yours. I was going to grab a pen, one of my Creative Memories pens, and I was going to just do a squiggly border, but yeah, it'll be a different brown and it will bug me. It will bug me bad. So I wish there was a way, and if you know, is there a way that you can maybe use the Distress Oxide or the Distress ink maybe? Is there any way of... There's no pens, is there? There's no... I mean, I know there's the crayon type ones, but I don't know. Is there... Let me know down below. Cass, if you're watching, in between all your other things that you've got going on at the moment and unpacking and all the rest of it, is there a Distress ink so that they match? Like, that's the one thing that I like to do when I'm creating. Okay, so speaking about matching. Okay, so these were brown. They were brown thickers, and they're called Campfire. And I love these thickers because they're except I've ripped. The reason that R is not cooperating is because I ripped the sticky part off. I was gluing them down anyway, so it didn't bother me. I picked these up dirt cheap for like $5 or something in a Spotlight chuck out sale. But because I like if I'm doing brown on a page, I like all the browns to coordinate, if that makes sense. Like, there's cool browns and warm browns. And when I'm using a pen, I like to make sure that it matches. And unfortunately, a lot of my pens that I have, they don't match the Distress colors. So I'm just curious. So there's a little cheeky trick there. If you use wax paper, 1, everything lifts off it, but 2, you can drag it over where you want to put it, and you can see if it's going to fit before you start putting the word down. You have no idea how many times I have actually half put a word down and realized it isn't going to fit, and then I can't get it back up again. And then you've got to come up with some other fandangle way of fixing it. It's very frustrating. Okay, so here is where I was having my struggle. So down the bottom right hand corner is where I'm going to write a little bit of journaling. So I didn't want anything too big or too dramatic, but I needed something else there until I do my journaling, because I always leave my journaling, if you're new to my channel, I always leave my journaling because that's private. You know, when I use my kids' nicknames and all that sort of jazz. So I made such a klutz here. I had ink on my fingers. The other thing is too, I see people when they're trying to ink dovetails like that, and all you do is just fold it a little bit, the same as what I showed you with the flowers. Fold it a little bit and touch it, and bang, it's perfect every time. And I'm not saying it's perfect every time to make it sound so easy, but it really is. So if that's about it, guys, I think I'm about to do my close-ups. And yes, my daughter in the close-ups, yes, she put black icing in her mouth, and that's why her teeth look like that. If you are new to my channel, I would love a like, a comment where you're from, and I would also love if you subscribe. It is free and it basically lets you know and lets me know how many people are coming back to my channel and viewing my videos. And always, please, I'm an open book. Let me know what you want to see. Thanks heaps, guys. Chat soon. Bye.